Welcome to the PuCl Podcast. I'm Thatch, and on today's show, we have a great discussion about one of my favorite mechanics in the Pokemon games, Mega Evolution. I hope you enjoy the conversation as much as I had while we're recording the show. But before we get into it, a few housekeeping things. If you can take the time to like and subscribe or even engage with the podcast wherever you're listening to it, it's very appreciated. It helps us grow and it helps people find us and helps us keep making an awesome podcast. Also, a reminder about our newsletter signups down below in the show notes and also in the description on YouTube. If you sign up by March 31st, you're going to be entered into a drawing for a $50 Nintendo Shop e-card, as well as receiving a bi-monthly awesome newsletter where we get to talk to you about a bunch of great Pokemon stuff. But with that, guys, very quick intro. Get ready, puckle up, and get ready for an amazing episode.
Now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PuCl Podcast.
It's PuCl! PuCl! It's PuCl! PuCl! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! PuCl! PuCl.
Welcome to another episode of the PuCl Podcast. I am your host, Trainer Thatch, and today I'm here with my wonderful co-hosts. We've got the one and only Sharkfinnagen.
Hello.
And we've got the knowledgeable, as always, R.Sigma.
Hiya, papaya.
Hiya, papaya. Welcome to the PuCl Podcast. PuCl, of course, standing for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007, where we talk everything Pokemon, from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. We're also the longest running Pokemon podcast. I don't say that enough. I don't know that I'm proud of it. I don't know that I'm proud of it, but yeah, I don't say that enough. And it's like a good tagline. Welcome to the PuCl Podcast, the longest running Pokemon podcast. But yeah, welcome to that. We're here to bring you more Pokemon talk and show. Today's going to be a nice, easy topic. I like these topics today.
Oh yeah, there's like no thinking to it. It's just discussion.
Oh,
and
it's great. It's great. It's a couch conversation, man. It's awesome. I love them. So yeah, I'm excited. But have you guys been up to anything? It's only been like 3 days since I recorded the show last. So because I'm going to go on vacation. By the time anybody's watching this, I am in Barbados and having a good time. So I'm going to be on the beach drinking rum, and it's going to be great.
Yeah.
So I have done some mystery dungeon before the PuCl badge bonanza. I got the participation badge.
Good.
And then I decided I'm going to go ahead and start replaying Scarlet Violet so I can get my living decks together, mainly because I want to because it seems very hard to get, the other forms without buying Raging Bolt and Iron Boulder and all them without buying another game. So I'm instead just going to play through them and then trade for it.
That's what I did.
Trade one for one. So,
yep. That's what I did.
That's the right answer.
And to make my run more entertaining, because it's just, it's another playthrough and whatnot, I decided to play the game in Spanish because it seems, it seems fitting because it is in Spain. So might as well play in the native language.
And you're in Texas too. So like, there's probably some utility there,
Yeah, there's some utility. I'm like picking up on things. I am learning things, and I'm learning that the definitely translates are very interesting in cross languages. Some good and some it's like some moves are just like sound so like so much more violent or crazy but in reality it's just like, whatever basic move. I'm trying to think of
I think that's one I saw.
Or like what was it? Was another funny thing. One funny thing was the Pokemon classification. I was looking like Diglett was a thing called Toto, which was a mole, because I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. Okay, a Azumarill was Atodos, which is translates to translates to like of moles or like moles or whatnot, and it's
interesting.
And it's supposed to be the polka dot Pokemon. So
Okay.
I'm like, I guess
didn't even know that.
Yeah, I guess it's
Okay.
like it doesn't polka dot. I guess they did, rough, weird. Like I guess it's some niche use that polka dot, like a bunch of holes that moles make. I don't know, but
Oh, I
that's
guess.
the logic in my head.
Okay.
That's the kind of
I could
logic
see it.
Yeah, but it was still funny just to see like, oh, that's a neat and weird one.
What about you, Sigma? Anything crazy going on with you, Pokemon wise? It's been a couple weeks.
I've returned to Dynamax Adventures, surprisingly.
Those are fun.
They're fun when you do them with other people. And I started watching a streamer, and they do them weekly. So it's like, I'll join if you need people. It's a fun time to go through.
What a content idea.
Mm-hmm. What a good idea for Puckle Badge Bonanza sometime in the off times.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, that doesn't sound like a bad one. I would love doing that. I'm actually like, there's no streams obviously this past week. I forgot to post it, and there's no stream this week either because I will be on vacation. But we're gonna return, and I hope we can finish up the X and Y Nuzlocke.
It's only one episode left, right?
It's like one or two. It really depends on.
It might be two. It depends on Wolfric.
It depends
and Pokemon Village, I think.
Yeah, we have to do Wolfric, Pokemon Village, and we have to do the Elite Four. So depending on how long we want to stream that week.
I remember Victory Road being a nothing burger in XY.
Yeah, Victory Road hasn't been anything for a while. I think XY was the last like good Victory Road.
I don't. So it depends on what you consider, because like Vast Pony Canyon and Sun and Moon, I thought was a pretty good Victory Road analog, and then there was like the regular.
I think
Victory
it was
Road that was bad.
Was it Usum the better one of the two? I thought
it was a better one. It wasn't good though.
Trying to think of how
it wasn't a challenge.
Yeah, just trying to think of my.
I mean, Usum just had like the Necrozma with the Magikarp cat trait at the end of it too, if you remember.
Yeah.
Like the easiest catch rate possible on poor Necrozma because it was beat up and fallen.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited to be done with it, but I want to do so many other things on stream. Like I want to, I really want to try to get, I want to try things like max raid battles or just something different, just some other content that people can join in on. Like one of my favorite things that we've ever streamed on Puckle was way back when I used to stream like twice a week when I was in like 2018, 2017. We would just do viewer battles for one stream a week, which was a lot of fun. And I do miss that. I don't know that we'll ever get back to that because I don't know that like my prowess is good enough for that.
Yeah. Pokemon Champions maybe will change that.
Yeah, Pokemon Champions very well could change how much I battle. Because especially if it like helps resolve to some extent the like Dexit issue, I think I might be back in, especially if they fix timer. Like if they fix timer and we can do singles again, I might be back.
I might be back. I think that's fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to just doing like different content on stream. I think it would just be a lot of fun to just do different kinds of content, whether it's viewer battles or streaming the batch bonanza stuff, like especially like the quick and easy stuff. Doing the XY Nuzlocke was just a way to like kind of force me into it and get me back to streaming.
Yeah, because you wanted to just get regular having a schedule again.
Yeah, and which I have, and I think actually this is the first week I've broken it in like 4 months. So
that's because we're recording the podcast at the time.
That's because we're recording the podcast. And so I did think about streaming the podcast, but I'm like, but then we're going to spoil it for a bunch of people. And I just didn't want to do that. So unfortunately for you guys, you don't get a live stream. But yeah, no, I'm very, very excited about it. So we're gonna, we'll see where it goes. Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't done much other Pokemon stuff lately because it's only been a few days. I mean, I played some cards like online. That's about it. I played Pokemon TCG.
I keep getting a bunch of win streaks, and I'm real happy. And I don't know how.
I haven't been playing good decks because I'm like the format's almost over.
Well, what's really nice for me is I play fringe decks all the time, and somehow right now all the fringe decks I've been playing for the past 2 years are like tier 2, tier 1 now.
They're doing really well on ladder right now. I think I don't think a lot of people are on ladder because you can't. A lot of the super competitive people because you can't prep for the upcoming format yet, with
yeah.
post rotation. I've been
As the
playing
last
post
big
rotation
event.
decks anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing post rotation anyway.
Like, I play a lot of Sterile Edge, but I also played Cloth. I played Cloth before Cloth existed. I was playing Electrode with the Curry. Like,
yeah, I played that for a little bit. It was fun. I almost bought it in person. I haven't played in person in so long. Like, I have all the cardboard, and I haven't played in, like, I miss it, man. Like, I really, really want to go play. I really want to go play, and I just haven't had the time to go sit down and go to the game store because I don't know. Like, I already have so many things in the week that I do. Like, I stream one day a week. I have a bowling league, which has nothing to do with Pokemon, but I have a bowling league one night a week. And so by then it's just like, well, there's 2 nights already out the window. And I don't know that I really want to add like a third thing where like Monday night I go play Pokemon.
That's fair.
I want to go play Pokemon.
Relax, right?
Yeah. Nobody wants to do anything
where you don't have
night.
to, where you don't feel like you need to be there, like you're obligated to be somewhere.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I'm struggling to get back into it in terms of that. So maybe things will change soon, but I don't know.
Like maybe post rotation.
Post rotation, maybe it's what the more disheartening thing has been. Just being able to buy product right now is kind of
that kind of like sours the taste of the entire process, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it could, because I can't even buy the cards. Like I'm gonna be really bummed if I can't get like a booster box of Journey Together, which is very likely.
Yeah, it sounds like that might be the case, which is really sad because it's a standard product.
Yeah, there's a store near me that will do like they'll release an MSRP and put limits on it. So I'm probably gonna try when the day that Journey Together comes out, I'll probably try to go to that store and like go get it as soon as they open and see if I can pick it up. Just get a booster box because that would be great. I'll buy a booster box and MSRP, and then that'll be all the Journey Together I buy other than singles. Because the thing is, you can still buy singles like pretty reasonably. Because all these guys are
heard it yet.
Yeah, the singles market's fine. Yeah, the singles market's fine. Well, other than like the pretty cards, like buying SIRs and stuff is nuts.
I mean, that's what's supposed to be expensive. I don't mind that being expensive if there are regular versions of the cards available, right?
Yeah.
Like
I don't think anything's going to be insane out of this. I think you might see like a Lugia V-Star situation where like something like $20.
Well, that's because that didn't have like the super high. One, V-Stars had a higher rarity already for some reason, and I don't understand why. And two, there were only, I think, 2 versions of it instead of the 3 that we're used to now.
Yeah, there were only because there wasn't a Rainbow V-Star or anything. So
there was only, actually it might have been there was only a Rainbow V-Star because
no, there was a gold one. There was a gold one. I don't know if it was in Silver Tempest.
I don't remember which ones they do, but
I'm gonna look this up now. But
God, we're out of the Rainbow era. The Rainbow era was so ugly.
It was awful. Let me tell you. There was a rainbow. Though there was a rainbow in. I don't know. I don't think there's a rainbow in the U.S. There was a rainbow in Japan, but I don't think there's a rainbow in the U.S.
Yeah.
Now I need to find this.
V-Stars and V-Maxes tended to be more expensive, and the second we got into SV, everything got cheaper because.
Oh yeah.
Everything got like
V-Stars down to like $3. Like.
Yeah, it was 20 for the longest time. I think Golden Go's getting up there. It's close to like $10 a copy now.
Yeah. No, there is a rainbow one. There is a rainbow one that came out in Silver Compass. There were 3 printing. There were 4 technically because it had like.
But like the issue is like V's have a different rarity to V Maxes and V Stars.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what does it. It's the extra rarity on top.
Oh no, it only had 3. It only had the 3. It only had the 3 printings because it doesn't.
But still, that's what the standard is.
The regular V. Yeah.
The issue is like I said, it's a different rarity to the V's. It was like a more rare version, so it was more expensive. Still,
yeah.
And thankfully, we're away from that.
That's cool. Thankfully we are. But yeah. All right. Well, on that note, guys, I'm gonna stop us here, and we're gonna go ahead and we've got some news to talk about. More news in like the past 3 days than all of last week. So we are gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna kick it on over to the news. Welcome to the news. In the news, we've got a few things to talk about, and oh boy, are they at least slightly more exciting. Pokemon announced a new Monopoly game, a new Monopoly board with the Gen 9 starters. Thank you. Thank you,
Yay,
Lord Nintendo.
We're saving the children from Score Bunny. Let's go.
Mass market.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Gen 9 starters are more appealing than the Gen 8 starters just because of their coloration. They just feel happier. I don't know how to describe it. They just feel happier.
Sobble kind of tears, knocks them
Sobble
down.
is depression.
The colors are great. Like they tie themselves together so well, very much like the Alola starters. And I think it just looks really good. It does make me miss the old Monopoly board. Like this is the first Pokemon Monopoly, but it seems fine. It's no Master Trainer, I'll tell you that.
I don't know. It looks a little simpler, like what Master Trainer could be, because it looks like I'm just looking at it. You're actually collecting badges. Or at least or something. I don't know. Your Pikachu, your little cards with your characters have 8 specific little things, and I'm like, are you getting badges in this?
I think it's because I think it looks like it is a simpler version. It's more akin probably to Monopoly Junior here. But
there it is. Catch different Pokemon types and complete your tracker map first to win.
So the types are what they represent on those little cards, and they actually, it looks like 2 properties make up that, and you get the Monopoly, blah blah blah. And you have to trade your Pokeball tokens if you land on it or something like that, I guess.
Yep.
Oh wow! Doing a little research, it looks like there hasn't been a Pokemon Monopoly in a few years.
It's probably. It's probably almost since the original.
When I look it up, there's the new one, and then there's a Gen 2 one and a Gen 1
that sounds
one.
right. That sounds right.
That might be it. There was never a Score Bunny one. Oh, look, it had little silver Jigglypuff.
It did. I have the OG one. Somebody gave it to me once upon a time.
Oh, your money is Pokeballs. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, no, that's funny.
I'm going to move us on to something a little bit more akin to what people might actually want to try to buy, which is you can now sign up for the Pokemon World Championship spectator interest list. If you're not familiar, to go to Worlds, you typically have to get in a raffle, essentially. This is very akin to something they would do in Japan when there's too many people trying to go to a thing, which is all the time in Japan. And so it's essentially a raffle. You have until March 23rd to go ahead and sign up. And when you do it, you get in line. What a lot of people are kind of upset about is that this year the tickets are way more expensive than they have been. I think last year they were $40 or something for the whole weekend, and now I think it's $40 for one day and $99 for the whole weekend. And
I think it was 35, but
something like that.
40.
Yeah, I mean they're doing it. It's very clear to me they're doing it. They're not doing it because they're greedy, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure it's a nice perk for them.
They're doing it to make sure not too many people show up or something.
I mean, that's exactly it. I mean, if nobody has paid attention in the past couple years to Pokemon Worlds, they've had too many people where the Pokemon Center lines are insane, and they just have too many things going on, and they need to shrink it. And if they charge more, that's what it is. And honestly, at this point, Pokemon Worlds has turned into a mini convention anyway. And I don't blame them. I don't know, when I would go to nationals and I would pay $10 to get a spectator's pass. And they give you that back in packs anyway. And I was always amazed that that's all they charge, because if you go to an anime convention's $150 or something for the whole weekend. I mean, you go to Gen Con, even Gen Con's $200 something now. Origins isn't much better. So if you go to any of those things, it's definitely a problem.
At that point, though, it's probably better to just sign up as a competitor to NAIC, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But yeah, no, it's kind of insane to me that spectators are that cheap, because it is a mini convention for the weekend. There's plenty of stuff to do, and I should have to pay more for it, honestly.
It sounded. I saw people spreading that the finals might be in the arena as well.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
Just based on some of the wording in the thing, it's you are not guaranteed your seating or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
In the arena.
Wow,
so
that's cool.
That could be fun. That could be very hype.
Oh yeah.
And it probably doesn't help that it's in California. The number of people that can easily get to this
It's
compared to, say,
very high.
Hawaii
It's
or
very high. Yeah.
Japan. Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
easy world for people to get to.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
nuts
yes.
though. Yeah.
Both
I
for
might sign
travel
up just
and
to see
for
if I
local.
can and then figure it out. I don't really like
Ask
have a plan
forgiveness,
to
not
go.
permission.
I don't really have like a reason to go or anything,
You
but
could submit for a creator's pass. It probably
yeah, I'm
won't
sure.
go through.
I'm
but
sure
you could
I'm sure
submit
they would
for it.
love it, right? They'd be like, ah, yes, that guy.
The oldest
Like,
pod-
they're-
You aren't
they're
in our
100
program.
They're 100% aware of who we are, and they have not reached out, and that's probably for good reason.
There are probably reasons for that from a few years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, yeah. We got more things going on. I think this is you, Shark.
All right. Well, we've got Quackwaval raids. They'll be starting up right now, where you can be able to get the mightiest mark on them.
Yeah.
Have fun if it starts Moxie Boosty sweeping. Good luck.
Yeah. Unfortunate
That could be
truth.
terrifying. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
In Pokemon Go news, there's actually breaking news as of the time of the podcast recording.
Yeah.
Niantic has officially sold their Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
Pikmin Bloom, and other licenses to Scopely, who does a lot of mobile games, specifically Monopoly Go.
What a good game that is. Let me tell you.
But
My understanding is it makes a lot of money for Hasbro. There are two things that make Hasbro money: Monopoly Go and Magic the Gathering.
And Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons still is profitable for them.
Oh yeah. I guess we could just say WotC in general.
WotC in general. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I tried Monopoly Go because I'm like, oh, maybe it's like Monopoly and it's like Words with Friends for Monopoly, that could be cool. It is not. It is not.
Oh, it is.
It's
my
literally
wife's played it for a little bit.
Yeah, it's the most mindless game in the entire world. Do not recommend.
It makes big numbers go up, so that's all.
I mean, we'll see
with that type of endorphin rush. Sure.
I don't know if like this is anything for Pokemon Go. Honestly, like I'm usually like the first person to like really want to slam dunk on Pokemon Go, but I don't think that this is going to be as bad as a lot of people are worried about, especially the Pokemon Go community. They're very, very worried about this right now.
Yeah, there's obviously room to fear, but I mean, to be fair, Niantic was going that way, and
it was already trending there, right? Like it's already trending.
Niantic was not helping. No,
it was not. It was already trending that direction, and I think this should hopefully help.
Yeah,
it should certainly help.
It's literally just this like meme from Megamind. You freed us from Niantic. Oh, I wouldn't say freed, more like under new management.
Under new management. Yeah, it's the same.
It's
thing.
not something to be super
be
negative about yet. But
exactly.
It's
I'm not.
Caution.
It's definitely caution. I don't know if it's caution positive or negative, but just be cautious.
Like I don't know what's going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it as much as everybody else is. But I mean, I guess if you play Monster Hunter now too, like maybe you're scared. I don't know.
I play it, but like it's a game designed for like Tokyo.
Did Niantic keep Ingress, by the way? Did they
Niantic kept Ingress. Yes, I don't think that was sold.
Weird. Wild.
It was literally.
Yeah, they got their AR mapping of the entire world. They're happy.
Yeah,
it's basically they got.
With that.
Let me see. It was Pokemon Go. It was
Pikmin.
Pikmin Bloom.
It was Pikmin Bloom. It was the Wayfarer.
Yeah.
Which is one of their mapping. Campfire, which is the social media, or at least the little bonus app. Monster Go now, and then the Niantic Games team. So they've got all of the.
So they have the developers too.
They got the developers. Okay.
The developers, everything developers, which is promising.
That's a good.
It'll be fine.
That's a great
It'll be fine.
Thing. That means it's not like because the developers are great. It's just the
some of the decisions aren't great, but they know what they're
weird
doing.
decisions, but they're decisions. So, but it is generally good. It's generally a good thing to keep the team intact because if you tear it apart, then it's then that's when it starts going into spirals.
I think it'll be fine though.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about this next thing? That's more actual Pokemon Go. and not
Oh
business.
yes, the actual game. Deep Depths event will be running this week from the 19th to the 24th, where you'll be able to get Nickit in the game and 7K
Ooh.
eggs. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's in eggs.
We're getting some more.
It's in eggs,
Yeah.
though. It's in eggs.
I believe it is half distance, I think.
It's all in
Yeah,
eggs. That doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it better.
It makes it a little better. It means
It's
you're at least
fine.
opening them a little faster.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then oh no, there's spawn increases.
Oh,
No,
okay.
there's spawn increases. I checked it. Yeah, it's in.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I just checked. Yeah, no,
I only
7K eggs, yes, but also
Cerebi only listed the 7K eggs, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Cerebi, I'm trusting Cerebi. Cerebi, don't do me wrong.
Well,
I mean,
on
Cerebi
the
doesn't
actual
care that much
website,
about Go. So
on the actual website, it also says that you can encounter it, so we're good.
that's good. That's good.
But shiny
Probably rare,
launcher
but
will
it's
be
good.
great to get to. It's going to have
Mhm.
boosted odds. So,
Yeah.
and then probably the most important news of all day, Totodile Community Day rerun will be March 22nd. So
This
you can
is-
get more shiny Totodiles.
It's like a national holiday, you know?
Exactly.
It's a national holiday. It's
I mean,
yeah. Get your future starter for Pokemon ZA.
yeah.
I mean that's relatively close to
Yeah.
your birthday too, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. It's close. It's the Saturday after my birthday. Yeah. I'll be
Okay.
back in town by then. I'll be back from my vacation. So
Gotcha.
Perfect.
I mean, I could play Pokemon Go in Barbados. I'm sure they have plenty of Pokemon to catch. So
Yep.
maybe I'll
that's
do
all
it
in
because
Go.
Corsola should be down there. Corsola should be down
Oh
there.
yeah, Corsola
Corsola
and
be in the
maybe
egg
some
for-
Carnivine too. You might
Yeah.
be able to.
Oh,
Galarian Corsola is going to be in the eggs for Deep Depth.
it is. It is. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I've been actually getting them now, which is kind of exciting because I didn't get it
Mhm.
before. Like really, that first I only got like one the first time
got
they released,
one,
and
yeah.
now I've gotten
They've
3
really-
so far.
They've really slowed down on like regionals, which is really nice, honestly.
Mm.
The
like,
only regionals they put out absolutely makes sense, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, usually they only happen at the beginning of a release cycle, so
Mhm.
we haven't had one
And
of those. in a
we're
while.
out of those. They're all gone.
Yeah, we're kind of we've run out for
We're
at
tapped
least
out.
another year or two.
Yeah.
2 years.
What do we
probably.
got?
Year and a half?
That's it for
The
Pokemon Go,
last-
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. The last regional was Stonejourner, which
yeah.
makes sense in the UK because Stonehenge.
Yeah. Well, you got this next piece here, Sigma, which I think is exciting
Yeah.
for not TCG players, even though we're going to talk about TCG. But
All right. So first up, Japan's Mega Sets are releasing on August 1st.
nuts.
Which is crazy. That's definitely before the game's released.
It might be like I wonder if they're going to like coincide, because I wonder if it'll be like this releases in August 1st, or they were probably planning on it being closer to like the international release of the game.
Mhm.
So that the TCG lines up with the rest of the world,
Mhm.
Yeah.
with the game release, which I think they should do. I think that's always a
mean,
good thing.
My personal expectation for Legends Zeta A release is
Mhm.
probably early October,
I think early
Mhm.
October feels really
maybe
thematic.
late September, but
Yeah.
early October is when X and Y came out too. So
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like early October would be kind of a nice callback to X and Y,
Mhm.
while you could do maybe you could do something like early. Yeah, I mean, I think September is also very possible. My imagination is that it's probably going to be my guess, and I could be wrong. Like, I don't think they want to release it right after the Switch 2 comes out.
Mhm.
And I expect the Switch 2 to come out either September or October.
I
So
still think Switch 2 might come out in June, but we'll see.
it could. I just
Just
don't think
because
it's
there
going
are-
to be too close.
Yeah.
I feel like if Switch 2 were releasing later in the year,
Mm-hmm.
in the first half of the year, which we currently don't have. We are out of Switch 1 game as of
Yes,
Thursday.
we are. We are. Yeah.
Which
You
makes
are
me
correct.
think Switch 2 is coming sooner than later.
Oh, you know what? You are correct. They have not. We don't
There's
have any
Yeah.
rumors that there is a there are rumors that there's a Kirby port coming in the first half somewhere.
I
And we
thought
don't
these
have
were new
announced yet,
cards.
but
I got really excited because I scrolled down on PokeBeach and I thought they were new megas that we didn't see.
no,
Then I
they
just realized there was the X and Y ones. I was like, oh man. I'm like, oh, we got a Mega
teasing
Gengar
you.
car. We know that Mega Gengar's coming back. Great. We know that Mega Deontay's coming back. Great.
That's the other part of this announcement. There are also Mega Gengar and Mega Deontay decks releasing in September for Japan.
They are, yeah.
Which means that they're coming. How Steven and Marnie get released. It'll be not it. Actually, it might just be in our Mega.
It'll probably just be in our set. Because it sounds like the Mega set is going to be our third set of the year, probably, or at least tied into it.
Fourth set. It's our fourth. Yeah, it's our fourth set of the season.
I mean main set. I don't.
Okay, so you're not counting the big Unova set. Okay.
I'm not counting. I'm not counting whatever little half sets we get because there's always a special set over the summer that comes out in August for us.
Supposedly, there's the 151 version of Unova coming, which is super exciting. But
I think that isn't that the team. Isn't that supposed to be the Team Rocket thing or no? Or is the Team Rocket thing?
No, there's a black and white set. There's a black set and a white set coming. Cool. In June for Japan, so I think we're expecting that in July.
That'll be cool if that's our little mini set. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it sounds like there's probably going to be. It's going to be 151 except for, which is
and it's official. They're changing it from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to Pokemon Mega or whatever.
Yeah, that's true too, and I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I think it just means they go, oh hey, we view this as like the new game. You know, because that's what I expect. I expect that kind of with Pokemon Champions coming out next, hopefully soonish. I fully expect them to go from a mode where they go, oh hey, we're still where people think that this is where people think that Pokemon Legends EA is a Gen 9 game, right? I expect there to be more fluidity and confusion. Where you just go, oh hey, Pokemon Legends EA came out. That's the most recent Pokemon game now. You're done.
Yeah, that's
fair. And that's how they market it, because then you can just take any of the Pokemon from Pokemon Legends EA, put them on Pokemon Champions, and that's your new battle content.
That's
what gets people hyped up.
It's weird for me because I would expect that to also come with a new regulation mark, and I don't think it is.
It doesn't. It's weird because it's coming out in the middle.
Because it's
right?
because the year was going to be split in half by trainer cards, and then megas, and that part is the one that's baffling. And it's
very weird.
Like a year.
It's very weird.
It's very strange. That's the part I don't understand, because it feels like it should have a new regulation.
Yeah.
The other big announcement.
Yeah, last announcement. Let's do it.
Months ago, Play Pokemon said, "Hey, we're going to have rewards for you if you collect championship points." And
but you don't make it to Worlds.
It. Yeah, they finally unveiled it. It is called the Ace Trainer Rewards Program. And if you get 200 championship points, I assume in one category, not split between VGC and TCG. I didn't check that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it would work.
That's how it would work, yes.
Anyways, if you collect 200 championship points in one category, you will get sent a promo card that is Celebratory Fanfare, which is a promo that Japan's had, Asia, I think.
Yeah, Asia's had
for the past few years since post-COVID they've had.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good card. You get to heal 10 on all of your.
Wasn't that the same?
That does that.
Wasn't that the same as that one that went nutso in price though?
It didn't have end your turn on it.
Oh, okay. There we go. That works.
That's what it was.
Okay.
That's why it's changed. But you also will get a deck box and sleeves on TCG Live.
I was reading the announcement today when I saw it, and I was like, oh man. I was like, well, no, I read the and you're getting an exclusive deck box and sleeves, and then the TCG Live part slowly rolled into my vision, and I was like, oh no.
When I read it and thought it was a free deck box, I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cool, and then I saw it was TCG Live.
Yeah, honestly, if they made it a physical deck box and sleeves, I think I would be way more hyped for it. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, maybe not sleeves. Their sleeves. Yeah. People have complained
are trash. The Japanese sleeves I like a lot. I like the Japanese sleeves a lot. We should convert to that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and if you're in Latin America, you don't get it. But
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I did check. I did double check. It looks like the CP does not transfer over, so it is
One
TCG
category.
only, VGC
That-
only.
I assume-
One category.
Or Unite.
if
You
were gonna
can get
argue-
it in Unite too.
Yeah, but you have to like the
I
only
did-
way to get
I
Unite
wasn't
CP
reading
is to
through
like
what
go to
Unite's
events.
qualification system was.
There's 12 only 12 teams in North America, 12 teams in Europe, and 2 teams in
Yeah,
Oceania.
see,
Again,
not
Yeah.
worth looking into it. If you're,
Yeah.
it's for real
Not
players
for-
of Unite. It's not for the casuals that go to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
people
Yeah.
at TCG and maybe VGC.
Yeah.
I don't think Go Locals exist, but maybe they do. Good for you.
I just wish we got like a little bit more. Like a deck box would have been so sweet. I would have gone after for a deck box.
I heard people were complaining that maybe we could get a playmat for 400 points. Like, think about
A
how much
playmat would be
weight coming
cool.
in.
Even just a playmat would be awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
But-
awesome. What
or a
what an
professor
easy
store kind of thing. I don't know.
how easy would that be for me? Yeah, spend my
I mean, the
championship
promo
points on the
could still
store.
be good.
It'll be fine.
Like, in theory, there aren't that many going out.
Yeah. And to be fair,
Like-
like 200 championship points, you can almost get just doing locals, I think.
Mhm.
So it's very a reasonable goal. It's a very reasonable goal.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's,
you could
it's a
you could just do
reasonable goal
locals.
if you go to like one regional for you.
Yeah,
You
you can
probably get there.
you can very reasonably do it if you
And
do
locals.
cups and challenges, because you can hit like, yeah, even if you don't win the cups, you'd still do very well. You still get like 30 some championship points in second or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very realistic that you could hit 200 if you go to enough of them.
Mm-hmm.
Man. All right. Well, that is going to be our news. Other than Puckle's Badge Bonanza's going on. I almost forgot. Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. The rules are on the Discord at pucklediscord.com. You can check those
The
out.
full
Get the
game
badges.
is like the full game is like 12 hours. So.
It's not even that bad. It's not that bad this month.
Yeah.
I'm very
And the first badge is like 3 hours.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Very
I was
easy.
able to do it pretty quickly, and Virtual Consoles is not a bad way to play it if you have that extended membership. Because
Yeah.
if you get into a bad spot, you can rewind.
Mm-hmm.
You could rewind and try again.
Yep.
It is really nice to play.
All right. Well, that is going to be it for our news. There's not much else to talk about, but yeah. Oh, newsletter too. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter down below. It's in the description and in the show notes, however you're listening to the show. If you sign up for the newsletter before March 31st, you're signed up for a $50 eShop gift card. There was supposed to be one that went out this week, but my life has been hectic. So we will put it out probably next week, and you'll get 2 weeks in a row of Puckle newsletter goodness. So enjoy that. But yeah, then we'll be on our regular schedule once we figure it all out. All right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and kick it on over to Puckle's Poke Quiz. We're going to quiz your co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge.
Oh, hi, and welcome to the Poke Quiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce Gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The hosts can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to our Poke Quiz. Thank you for the intro, Mark. We're going to dive right into it. We've got Professor Oak telling us it's time to Poke Quiz, but our first oh come on, PowerPoint work. There we go. Our first trivia question is a general trivia question, as always, and we're going to jump right into it. Our first question is going to come to you from Princess Petrarunt. Which is the only Pokemon evolutionary line to have a 7-to-1 female to male gender ratio?
Oh, huh.
What is the
7
only
to 1 female to male.
Yeah, 7 to
Only
1
evolutionary.
female to male. Only one of them does this.
It's an interesting one.
It is an interesting thought. You guys get the because
I just
you don't
have
get
to
them
think about-
updated.
yeah.
Most of them go the other way.
They
Yeah,
do.
most are the
They
other
do.
way, and if they go, it's like the female only evolutions are also tend to also be.
Yeah, like Combi
7 to
is that way. Salandit's male dominate.
Trying Trying to think.
There's
But
only
then it's
one.
like but then if you go female though, it's like it's usually all female. There's the other side of things where it's like I think Chansey is all female.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff, Clefairy.
The one that came to mind for me that I don't think it is Azuri. Back before they fixed it.
Oh god. Oh wait.
I just don't remember which way that went. I remember it was tilted one way and they.
Oh gosh.
But I don't think that's the answer.
What did they do to you? Oh gosh.
I don't think that's the answer.
I don't think it is because I think it was. I think they fixed it back to I think it's a 50. I think it's supposed to be a 50-50. I think that one's supposed to be 50-50.
It was the one Pokemon that could change gender when you evolve.
Yeah, it was just because the gender ratio was
different
on,
but the data is the same in the side.
The data was so I think it's not. I think it was not 50-50, then becomes 50-50, thus change.
Yeah. And it's not the line that has it, so that's not it.
Yeah. So yeah, again, yeah.
Would it be something like Smoochum?
Is there a male jinx? Is there a male jinx?
No. Right? No.
Maybe.
I'm gonna need an answer here, guys.
If there
I know there's female Mr. Mimes.
But that's not that seems like the one that should be an 8713.
It's because it's not Mr. Mime in Japan.
Isn't it like Barrier or something?
Yeah, it's something like that.
I'm not opposed to just shooting out Jinx, even though I don't, or the Jinx line, even though I'm not totally confident. I'm trying to think of what other male.
Like I said, Smoochum comes to mind, but even then, I don't think it's weighted.
I need an answer, guys.
Yeah. I say let's go Smoochum because that's the only one that we got. That's the only one that's like a maybe. I'm like I could see.
Or Gothita is the one I'm thinking of. Looks like.
Oh, Gothita. Oh.
I need an answer, guys. I need an answer.
Oh,
Gothita might be more likely.
Are we going Gothita then?
Yeah, screw it. Go with that. That sounds fun.
That is unfortunately incorrect. The answer is Litleo and Pyroar.
Litleo
and Pyroar.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're right. You say that I knew.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't complain about that. Yeah, no.
That's
All
right.
Yeah, well, you're 0 for 1. Your next question is your general trivia question again. And this is going to come to us from OL9053. And we're gonna be stuck on genders right now. On Pokemon genders. What is the only male exclusive ability? This is an ability that is only on male Pokemon. There's only one of these.
Oh, what a question that is.
Yeah,
Weird
the answer
question.
might surprise you.
So I was looking at something earlier this week, and because we were talking about gender differences, and Oinkalone has gender differences. One of them has an ability that is a signature ability, and I don't know if it's the male.
Ooh.
The one that's like essentially mummy.
Yeah. I feel that might be the female one, but I don't know.
Okay, I don't know.
50. We'll pin it. Oh well, pin that.
They're both bad, so I don't know.
What is the other? Okay, let's think about this. Because the Therian forms, they're all legendary, right?
Yeah, but they all have like the most basic of abilities, and also an Amorous is female, but
an Amorous, yeah, that's right. Well, forget an Amorous for 2 seconds, because it's
forget an Amorous for 2 seconds.
I can forget it longer.
It's legendary. It's like you just think about male only lines basically, and it's like, well, the genies are the first ones I can think of, but they're Prankster, Volt Absorb, they're Sheer Fort. Well, no,
I don't think they're it.
I'm gonna need an answer here, guys. We got to come up with something.
Who's unique?
I'll take the Pokemon as well if you have the Pokemon, but
so it is a Pokemon.
It's a single Pokemon, yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's had. I assumed more than likely that it wasn't going to be on two specific male only lines.
Yeah, I need an answer though.
I'm kind of fine with the Oinkalone pick right now.
Okay.
think of something else. I guess
I got nothing. It's a weird one.
It is a weird one. That's a great question. Great questions. Great questions.
Great question.
very
OL
good question.
9053.
Stumpers.
Yeah.
They're good ones.
So you're going Oink Alone.
Oink Alone.
Oink Cologne is
D.
unfortunately incorrect. The answer is Toxic Chain on Pecharunt. It's a male Pokemon.
I forgot that had.
And it's 100% male.
I forgot. I never remember which ones actually are given genders. Like,
Yeah, neither do I. No, this question
in the Pokedex.
This question's been on the
God,
sheet for about this question's been on the sheet for about 3 or 4 weeks, but since we're recording off cycle, we didn't get the update. So
Gotcha.
you guys are wading through the leftovers right now.
Hold on now. Hold on. Lingering Aroma
Wait, is it
only on male Oinkolones.
You know what? Maybe we found a workaround. I'll give you the point. All right,
You were
cool.
so right. It is Lingering.
I didn't know which one it was on.
It is specifically the male because the female is
I'm
Aroma
taking it.
Veil.
Well,
I think you
OL
saved us with that one.
9053. We caught you, and we got an answer out of it. We'll give you 1 point for that. Your next question is the Pokedex entry, as always. We are going to change it a little bit from what it usually is, only because of the video podcast now. What's going to happen is you're going to get your first entry, you're going to make a guess, then I'm going to give you the second entry without telling you if you're correct or not. And you have a chance to do like a door number 1, door number 2 thing. If you get it correct on the first, if you stay with your original answer, you get 2 points. If it's correct, obviously. But you can always switch it for 1. All right, here we go, though. This week, our entries come to us from Flint Ironstag, the Dwarven Ranger. So this entry is also from Pokemon Sword, this first one. They form herds of 20 to 30 individuals. When a threat appears, the herd's leader will protect the group with its life. Who's that Pokemon?
Good question.
Huh. So
Who-
herds make me think goats and bulls,
Goats and bulls, and
cows.
definitely big livestock. We're talking a big livestock, maybe
Go-Go
like
was not
big
in that
mammals.
game.
But there is a very woolly animal here that could be.
Buffalont.
I was thinking double.
Oh, yeah, that actually makes more sense. I'm okay with that.
Buffalont is your fluffy Pokemon of choice. Understood.
No.
Understood.
He is fluffy. Have you seen his hair? Have you seen
Understood.
that apple?
Understood.
I'm
No, I
that's why
understand,
I'm like,
Sigma.
I'm not
I
mad.
understand.
I'm like, Buffalont could be right.
I
Yeah,
understand.
Rush.
I
It's
understand.
okay. We're
It's
we're
fine.
going with double.
I think
first.
double first.
Double.
And then
okay.
No.
If this goes back to Unova Pokedex entry,
Then, yeah.
We'll know. Yeah.
Well,
All
no.
right. So the second entry is from Pokemon X.
But it's not
Oh.
double.
double.
And it says it shatters ice with its big tusks. Its thick blubber repels not only the cold, but also enemy attacks.
Okay, so there's
Ooh.
2 options, right?
There's 2 options.
There is Walrein and there is Mamoswine.
This is your choice. This is your choice.
That's the choice we live.
You sure you don't want to stick with double?
I-
You sure you don't want to stick with double?
I will. After what happened the last time the 2 of us were on here,
You're
and after
going
the
Walrein?
debacle that happened, I cannot live with myself if it's not Walrein.
Yeah,
And
but it's in
boy-
herds. It's in herds, which
I
makes me
see
think
herds
it's a pig. Pigs are in
I-
herds.
I'm honestly not. I'm
Pigs
pretty
are wo-
certain that I
Also,
think-
it's
wait, I
also
think
more
bulls
woolly
are-
than Walrein. It's
What are we
also
doing?
more
Are we
woolly.
doing? Are we doing? Are we
No,
doing?
no, no. I
Walrein?
don't think it said woolly. Hold on.
And nothing
What was the
said
first
woolly.
thing?
You guys said woolly.
I said woolly.
You-
I
You
said woolly.
guys said. You said my favorite woolly Pokemon, Buffalon.
I started it because I was like, there's a certain woolly Pokemon that would be that fit the first description. But
Either way, in herds, I feel
swear
Mamoswine.
I've seen its seals are
Yeah.
in herds too. I'm
Okay.
going to go. Oh, seals and walruses can be in herds.
Okay.
They're mammals too.
They both have tusks.
So are we doing Walrein? Is that what we're saying?
Walrein.
Walrein is correct. You guys got a
Okay.
point for that. You guys are 2 for 3. Your next
Mine
question
is
is your
bully.
multiple. Your next question is your multiple answer question. I believe there's 5 answers here, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously 3 strikes and then you're out. You do have to lock in every answer. You will get since you're down, you're 2 for 3. I will make it such that you guys can make it back a little ways. If you give me 2, you get a point. If you give me 4, you get 2 points. If you give me all 5, you get 3. All right, with that, we're going to kick it on over to our question from Jared Cornelius fan. Oh, there's 6 answers. My apologies. We'll still stick with it. If you give me all 6, you know what? I'll give you a 4th point. If you give me all 6.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah. There are
Scary,
6.
though.
There are 6 non-ground type Pokemon that can get the Sand Rush ability. Who are they?
There's
You have to lock them in. These are all the Pokemon, not just the lines, by the way.
All the Pokemon. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there are 6
Stoutland is one.
Stoutland is
Locking
correct.
in.
That is correct.
I do the 2 little ones under him. Get it?
It is maybe Herdier. It is not Lillipup.
Okay.
Are we locking in
Lillipup
Herdier?
has different move. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I thought it had pickup.
Yeah,
We're
I think
locking
it's
in
pickup
Herdier?
versus, we could go ahead and take a shot now.
Yeah.
Because I have other certain ones that I want to get to next. So yeah, let's do that.
Herdier is correct. That is another one.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. 2.
That's 2, so that's 1
All
point.
right. All right. We've got to say our favorite fossil, Mr. Vish.
Dracovish?
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
Dracovish is correct. That is
Draco
3.
Zolt is also the same.
That's the other one.
Dracozolt
So we
is
get-
also correct. That is 4. That's your 2 points.
Okay. Now here's where I need
there a
to
rock
figure out
type?
one.
that might have it. I would think there would be a
Trying
rock
to
type,
think.
but
Who is my?
You guys do have the hint as well, by the way. Don't forget that.
Yeah, we might use that in a second. I want to see if I could get through a thought.
You're only
bubble
missing
first,
2.
because-
You're only missing 2.
Lycanroc. The
yes, there is a
midday
rock type. You are
form.
correct.
There's a rock type. It is midday form Lycanroc.
I have run that on sand teams.
Midday
Yes.
form Lycanroc is correct. That is 5. That is 3 points. Now can you get the 6th one and get that 4th point?
That is the question. Because now the
It is
question
the
is, do
question.
you use the hint now, or
It's a point
hit
either
now or
way.
hit on stats.
Yeah, and stats are really weird lately. I don't trust stats.
They are wild. Last week's was terrible. It was asking about the special stat. The Gen 1 special stat.
I don't trust our ability to answer
That's
stats
where
anymore.
so like either one is like it's like a hint for a point is literally where we're at right now.
Yeah,
We're
it's
actually
like,
doing
oh.
really good here. And we actually have strikes to burn.
You do.
which is
You haven't gotten
kind
anything
of-
wrong yet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, is there another rock type? Is there like a
I was trying to think of like Pokemon in the desert that aren't ground
No.
types. Like,
No.
conveniently
it's not that
No.
way. All right.
No.
Those are more sand veilers anyway.
It's a
Yeah,
very
I was
weird one.
thinking
It's a
almost
very
maybe
weird one that I
Cacturn,
don't
but-
understand. I don't know why it has this. It's its standard ability too. What the heck? Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's semi useful, but still okay. I'm trying to think. It's not a hidden ability. It's
It's not
it's
its
not a
hidden
desert.
ability, which is nuts.
Oh no.
'cause I keep thinking of Swift Swimmers. Stop getting in my head, Swift Swimmers. I'm thinking of all the water fossils.
There are not that
Right.
many Sandrush Pokemon. Looking at
No,
this
there
list,
really
actually.
aren't.
Yeah, I think
Like,
the only ones that
only-
were really
the other
not
ones are
taken
like
is-
moles.
Only
Like the
4 of them are
Excadrill
ground
and Sandslash.
types. Only 4 of them are ground
Excadrill.
types. It's just Drillbur, Excadrill, Sandshrew, and Sandslash. The rest of them
Yeah.
are just not.
Yeah. What's the other Sandmon? What is the
This
other
is
Sandmon?
weird. This Pokemon's weird.
You do Hippowdon because usually when you build sand teams, it's like you build it around the
I'm
Cheetar,
gonna.
or Excadrill.
gonna-
Just take a hit.
Mm.
Let's go. I'm gonna just shoot one in the dark Scoville right now because we have strikes to burn.
Strike. That is a
Oh.
big strike.
Oh, is it Helioptile? Or
Oh my!
Helios?
Oh no! I don't think. You know what? sure, we'll take a stab. I don't think it's that. I think it's sand. I think it's sand veil. But
I don't know. I know it has 3 weather-based abilities. So
Helioptile is unfortunately
Heliolisk,
incorrect.
but
Or
yeah.
Heliolisk. Yeah, it's unfortunately incorrect.
Not the
that is-
baby one.
Not the baby. I knew which one you were talking
has
about.
like. Yeah,
I know what
the
you're talking
evolved one
about.
has 3 weather-based abilities.
Yeah. No, you're on your last strike.
that was a good get. That was a good, at least a good thought. That was a good thought. Rock, steel. Any steals? Fast steals? Sand. You have because you're steel force.
I'm gonna need an answer. You're gonna have to use the hint. One of the two. I need an answer here, guys. I need an answer.
Yeah.
You got 3 seconds.
Landorus incarnate.
God.
Landorus incarnate is incorrect. That is all
I
of
know
your
it's not, but I just threw
strikes.
something out there just to put it in.
I
It
had
was-
no clue.
Herdier, Stoutland, Lycanroc, Dracozolt, Dracovish, and the one you didn't get, unsurprisingly, is Houndstone. Houndstone.
Oh,
gosh,
I've used
that's
that on a
right.
sound.
Oh my gosh, that do. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I
I've
should have
used
known
that
that one.
before.
It's Houndstone.
Oh, I've
yeah.
so used that before. That was the thing. That was the thing you did in the early gen when Last Respects was
Yeah.
allowed. You built around that monster.
I forgot about it too.
All right. Your last question is your base stat question, as always. Your base stat question comes to you this week from the Afterman. Which Pokemon with access to the competitive ability has the highest base special attack?
Wow. Yeah. Good times.
I have a guess in my head. Let's see the hint.
The hint. Okay, one sec. I have to pull up my notes.
I know there's a bunch that it's not. Like it's not Wigglytuff.
I have to pull up my notes real quick to make sure I
Sure?
get this correct. Make sure I'm correct and give you
If we
a
were
good-
talking
a good
about most
answer.
HP in the competitive ability.
This,
probably
you know what?
Wigglytuff.
I might give it away here. It is a regional form.
Oh shoot! It's not
Dual
Milotic
type.
and it's not
It's
Empoleon.
a dual type regional form.
Interesting.
It's not.
Actually, very interesting.
That
Not many of
totally killed a lot of my train because my thoughts were like in the Gothitelle. It was like Gothitelle, Milotic, and like Empoleon were kind of like my first thoughts. I had to sort through who had the higher special attack, but regional forms. Okay, let's go down this train.
And this one will probably never win anything still.
Oh,
Poor guy.
No.
Poor guy. His existence is
Oh
cursed.
no.
What a cool design,
Existence is
though.
cursed.
Oh, what a cool design.
It's not
Okay.
Crystal, right?
No.
No.
Cursal. Why would it be
Okay.
Cursula? It doesn't have competitive.
No, I was making sure it didn't. It has a very high special attack.
I think it has weird abilities. It does not. I don't think it had that. I think it was like
No.
Perish Body and all that shenanigans.
Yeah.
But it could have. It almost fits ish, even though it's a. Trying to think anything in Hisui.
Like there's
Wait a second.
It's
Do
a
you really
Galarian
have that-
form.
Wait, did you say Galarian form?
Oh, shoot. I did spoil it. I did just say that. Yeah. I did say that.
Well, okay. Hisui and Braviary, get out of my brain. We're going back to Cal.
we're going back to Galar.
I did ruin it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's so free hints. Let's go.
It's
I did
okay.
ruin
It
it.
wasn't Braviary. It has tinted lens and it has sheer force, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Galarian
Galar.
forms. God.
What
are the
Galarian form has competitive?
Well,
That's-
think about
that's
it.
a real-
Think about it. You know?
Okay.
All right, so it's not the
Thatch.
Slowbros. Oh,
There we go. You found it. You
Wait.
found it.
You found
would
it.
it happen to be a Galarian Arctic?
Oh, a
Yes.
Galarian Articuno.
Yes, it would happen to be a Galarian Articuno. Galarian Articuno has a base special attack of 125, followed up by Empoleon with a 111.
Empoleon would have been a guess.
Kilowattrel at 105, and then Melodic at 100.
Okay,
Melodic
I wasn't
sounds
too
like
far off in my initial guesses. I feel good
Yeah.
about myself. I just
You guys did fine. You did fine.
Where's Wigglytuff on the list?
it is not last.
I have no idea. I only have what was given to me, so
Well,
that was what I was given.
I guess fully evolved. Yeah, it's last, but
So that gives you guys what? You guys ended up with 4 to 7 points. Yeah,
Look at that. We came back. It was a comeback.
it was a comeback because I forgot my numbers. That actually does change up the top 4.
That's right, Jushiro.
Dun, dun, dun.
Coming for you.
Oh, you came for Jushiro and you passed him.
It's okay.
Sigma,
I'm sure he'll be
R.Sigma is in first now with 34 points. Jushiro is in second with 31. Seth Vilo is in third with 29. Shark is now in the top 4 at fourth with 25. Claude is right behind him at 21 in fifth place. Linian's in sixth with 16. Sublime's in seventh with 15. Whimsicott is in eighth with 14. And Bocephus is in the rear with 11. And with that, that's where we stand. And yeah, next week, hopefully there's a graphic. I want a graphic next week. I got to work on that.
It's really hard to do. It's really hard to do.
No, it's not easy. I will tell you. It's
as
not
someone
easy.
who has tried to do video versions for
It's not easy.
TCG days.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Getting a leaderboard on that looks good, not an easy task.
Not easy. Not easy. All right. Well, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and kick it on over to our topic where we're going to have fun and we're going to rank some Mega Evolutions. So we will catch you guys on the flip flop. Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is top 5, bottom 5 Mega Pokemon. I thought this was going to be a lot of fun. We just had the announcement trailer that Megas are back in Pokemon ZA, as well as in the TCG, which is awesome. And yeah, so we're going to go around and do this. If you haven't been to one of our top 5 and bottom 5 episodes before, well, welcome. It's going to be a wild ride. What we do here is each of us take a turn going around and we nominate a top and we nominate a bottom candidate and we discuss it and we kind of just go from there. It's based on vibes, and so your list is going to look a lot different than our list. And so of course we welcome your list in next week's emails and in the YouTube comments or wherever you comment on the podcast, maybe on Spotify. So we definitely look forward to your list. And yeah, so let's jump into it. We're going to pick out some of our favorite megas. I've got all of the megas on screen on the video podcast, but I do want to go through them. There are, I learned very recently, there are 48 of them. Only 46 Pokemon are considered Mega Evolution available. Thanks, Charizard. It's all Charizard's fault, guys.
And
nobody's happy
and you
about
technically have the secret little primal reversion.
I don't count those. Can we agree to not count them?
We aren't allowed to count them if we can't count Ash Greninja, who is bad.
Yes. Okay. So I get to pick a.
I'm good with that. The Cerebi has it separated. I'm fine keeping them separated.
They're not megas. They're not megas.
Yeah. I mean, they are both very cool.
There's no button to do primal reversion. They just come in and do it. It's a different mechanic.
To be fair,
Ultra and
there's not for one mega on this page that is a mega, but you know. We let him be the exception. He's the one who controls them all.
It's okay. We can only put Meganium at the bottom of so many.
All right, so I'm gonna nominate a top and I'm gonna nominate a bottom. So the first one I'm gonna nominate for the top, and I want to do it. I'm going to ignore Lucario because I think Lucario is cool, but I think it's too much of a poster child.
It is very cool, and it's always in the promotional work.
One of my favorite megas, and I think this will probably be like a little controversial, is Mega Pidgeot. I think Mega Pidgeot is really cool design-wise. It takes a regional bird and makes it cool.
This is true.
And the ability is actually really cool and good.
I think Never Missing Hurricanes is a very cool
because you get no guard.
Thing.
No guard, you can hit hurricanes, you can hit heat waves.
That is all it does.
Now, does it get other moves? No, let's not talk about that part. But
yeah, I'm just I struggle with it.
It looks so good.
It's a hard one.
It looks
It's a hard
so
one.
good though.
It's
it just
like
looks
right on
good.
the fringe for me.
I'm not really a fan of its design.
Really?
I think
it looks great.
Bigger bird.
I think
Okay.
it's too much of a one-trick pony for me.
That's fine.
And that the
I
no-hit
still think it's
hurricanes
cool.
is the only thing it can do.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's Thatch's opinion, and I can be wrong.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yep.
Like, it's not bad. I wouldn't nominate it for the worst list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
fine.
had it near the bottom of my worst list, but that's just kind of it just didn't wow me enough. And
It's better than a lot of things on this list. It's
yeah.
Okay. Worst,
Yeah.
and I think I want to put them together, are just the Mega Lotties because they don't look any different.
that's
Oh,
fine.
please.
I was considering it
literally
too.
gonna say that was my first nom. My first nom
Okay.
was gonna be Mega Lottie because
Mega Lottie?
Yeah.
you can't,
Hard stuff.
yeah, Mega Lottie because you can't differentiate them apart.
I think
Yeah, that's why I agree with
soaring
this.
is cool. Soaring is cool.
Yeah, the mechanic's cool, but like,
Their design being the same is not.
yeah, I don't
You
like that they're the
couldn't-
same. It's
you
like
couldn't
it's like
even make have a little red and blue on their little symbol that they have on them,
Right.
Like
No,
they
they-
have like
you're
anything,
correct.
any just subtle, like even
have eye
like the
color.
freaking
Eye color is
shinies
different.
on Char Cadet, you could tell apart.
They have eye color differences, I believe. And that's it.
wow.
Is it really? Hold
Yeah,
on.
the eye colors are
I
like
need to
slightly
see.
different, I think.
That's the
hold
only
on.
difference.
Let me
Yeah.
zoom. I gotta zoom in and oh wait, zoom in and hand. Oh my
Zoom
god,
in-
that
enhance?
is it really that really?
Yes.
You can barely tell.
It's not
them on
good.
their design.
No, they're not even
so
they're
far
not even
back.
good because it's like orange and yellow. Like
So you can't tell
Golly.
which one's which in a vacuum.
because
Yeah,
they're not even the
exactly.
same. They're not even
Actually,
the
I
same
guess they
color.
have the same eye color that they would
Oh,
usually have.
Okay.
but It's not good. It's not good.
There we go. There's our first nomination. We're just gonna put them right next to each other because that's where they belong.
Spider-Man meme, them pointing at each other.
Yeah. All right. So Shark, we'll have you go next. We'll have you go.
All right. For my top of list, I'm going with one that I think that is a clear design winner. Competitive wise, it is better too, but I
Mhm.
think for me, I think it's probably one of the best like improved designs, and it is a good definition of what a mega Pokemon is.
Okay.
Mega Alakazam.
Mega Alakazam. I mean, I'm
It
not
is-
mad about this, but It's
I'm in
okay.
I'm in a similar spot as I am with Pidgeot, where it's like not bad.
yeah,
Interesting.
I think it's a cool Pokemon, and I'm glad it's part of the Mega roster. I just don't feel strongly about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
So-
like, oh man, when I think of Mega
That's
Pokemon,
fair.
Mega Alakazam's there. Mega Alakazam is like when they bring up the announcement of Mega Pokemon and then somebody's like running through all of the Mega Pokemon, you see one. And I go, oh yeah, that's there. That's great. I love that.
So one of my issues with certain Mega Pokemon are when they're like almost the exact same copy of their
mm,
slightly better, and that's where Mega Alakazam fits, where it's not doing anything new. I mean, Trace is
see.
interesting, but
yeah.
like Scizzor's the same way, Mega Mewtwo, where they're the same. Tyranitar, perfect example of this is the
Yeah.
same Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Mega Blaziken, this is the same Pokemon.
No,
as it
no,
was
no, no,
before
no,
it
no,
came.
no, 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 don't, no. Wrong. That's because Mega Pokemon aren't supposed to be evolutions and turn into different Pokemon. I wholeheartedly disagree. They're just supposed to be like amped up versions of themselves, right? Because
Well,
they're more like
Alakazam is the-
Digimon. They're more like Digimon.
Kind of.
Yeah, and Alakazam is a perfect example. It is the true ultimate like sage like Pokemon. It
Yeah,
started
I
with
still
having
just don't
5,000
feel.
now it has 10 bajillion IQ.
I just don't feel strongly about it. I wish I could feel the same feelings you have.
But it's interesting. This is going to make the top list very interesting.
It's
If this
going
is
to be
the
a
way-
weird
the
list.
direction
It's
we're
going to be a
going,
weird list.
We're gonna have it may regress back to the norm in a little bit, but let's see how this goes.
I have like a good one. I have a good top coming up next. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
but-
We'll see. It's interesting. It's like our two outliers here just kind of like fell down.
What is your
alright.
what is your nomination for the bottom?
This one I know Sigma will agree with based on his definition of same Pokemon. But again, I've looked really hard. I like this Pokemon normally, but I just think the Mega doesn't do enough to save it. Mega Abomasnow.
That's
Everybody just likes
weird.
it. I'm kind of
such a weird design.
It's just a weird. It's just a weird way they went. Just like it just went like fluffy. It just like in a weird way. Like I don't know.
Yeah, making it more sterile. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like I could have seen it go other way. I just don't feel good about it enough that I'm like really like because our kind of we talked about it off before we started that are like our baseline is camera. That is the baseline mid of where it looks like it's improved the design and improved it mechanically. And Abomasnow doesn't really do either. It doesn't do it to me. It doesn't improve Abomasnow's design. And it's just slightly better stats and it just still snow warning. It's still the same. So.
I would agree with that. As much as I am an Abomasnow enjoyer, I've always kind of been disappointed. Yeah, I've been very against Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow.
I'll say I like a Mega Abomasnow, like using it competitively because I actually used it recently with Gen Mine mechanics. You know, with Snow being as good as it, like I like
Snow with a defense boost.
It actually makes it kind of usable. It has a niche of just like Aurora Veil and then just hit hard. That's what it does really well nowadays. But back then didn't get to do that. It didn't have
Aurora Veil, didn't have
Aurora Veil
defense.
Like it never had any of those. It gained those.
I very much get it. Okay, well, Sigma, your turn.
All right, so the megas that I like most are the ones that make really, really bad Pokemon into reasonable Pokemon, right?
Okay.
So are we talking about Houndoom?
No. We are talking. There are two that are like almost the exact same in what they do Pokemon.
Yeah.
In Beedrill and Lopunny, like they're almost the exact same thing. But I think Beedrill's the one I'm going to nominate here.
I think Beedrill's cooler.
Like they looked at Beedrill and they're like, this thing needs attack and speed, and that's it. That is all we need. They went so far to be like, see this special attack that it has? Let's move that from the Mega to other stats because it's not doing that.
Exactly.
You have one speed on this Beedrill. You go in, you click U-turn, you click Sludge Bomb, you click, I don't know, X.
No, not Sludge Bomb, Poison Jab. X is
Poison Jab.
Poison
You
know what?
click.
I think Beedrill is a great example because it took Beedrill is a completely useless Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it made it actually competitively viable. So I'm super for this.
Yeah, I'm good with this one. This one's a good one. We can keep this one up there.
It gave a good purpose to a bad
It's a great design. It looks bad A.
They looked at it. They're like, this is what this thing is doing. And they made it work.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They're like, adaptability. Go.
Yep.
Okay, so who's your bottom nomination, Sigma?
The first one that really needs to get on the list is Mega Glalie.
Okay, I think that's all that needs to be said. I think that's all that needs to be said.
Tell you what they tried to do? Like they tried to make it a bomb from Final Fantasy or other Dungeons and Dragons like things. Its main goal is to click explosion with refrigerate. And that's not a good thing for your Mega Pokemon to be doing.
No, it's not.
And it's not like they gave it a good attack stat to do it with either, because they continued with the balance design, so it got like 20 speed and 40 attack and 40 special attack. And I just don't like that it's got a beard. Understand.
I don't like that it's got a beard.
It broke its jaw. Like, what happened?
It got really angy.
I think a Mega Glalie that got a body would have been interesting.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Impotent body. And instead they went with this.
Or like I don't know. I always feel weird about the Pokemon. Like, I don't think these are bad Pokemon, Mega Pokemon per se, but like Mega Slowbro and Mega, like Mega Slowbro existing, but not Mega Slowking. It's very weird to
Yeah,
me.
exactly. No, I know. I see exactly where you're going with it. These two specifically, the split evolutions that don't get it, because look at Mega Guard and Mega Gallade are just chilling right there. They get to have. To
be fair, at launch it wasn't that way, but
I feel like
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I feel like a Z version would have fixed it, and we just didn't get that.
I don't think it would. I mean, if we got Mega Frostlass in Pokemon ZA, I'll be amazed.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Where's our Mega Zoroark, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm curious on what they're going to do with Galarian Slowbro too.
I think it's just not going to be able to Mega Evolve. That's going to be the answer.
I assume that too, unless they design a Mega Galarian Slowbro too.
And well, I don't know what they're going to do. If they do anything, my expectation would be that Galarian's Slowbro just Mega Evolves into regular Mega Slowbro.
I wouldn't expect that. National Dex expects that. I don't expect.
I don't.
Like, I could see that. I could see that in some world.
Because they are different Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's back to me. I get to pick. Now I'm gonna pick one, and you're both gonna be unsurprised, and we're gonna select it. That's what I've decided.
It's on the top. We'll find out.
Yeah, it will be. It's Mega Blastoise. Okay, Mega Blastoise, because design wise, he can punch a guy in the face. Okay, let us cannon go. This is happening. Okay, we're bringing the meme back. We're bringing the meme back.
He looks so derpy.
I love him.
I'm not opposed to it staying up here for now. I definitely don't know if it's the best Mega starter.
I was going to say, it's the bottom of the Kanto starters for me.
No, we're not. Charizard will not end up on this list. Okay, Charizard will not end up on this list.
I don't know.
Charizard is only good because it got two of them.
On this list. Which one you got?
Okay, the one that's going to be on that list, and I'll tell you is going to be Y, because it's a better one than X design wise.
Interesting. I don't know. I like X better than Y.
I like X's design better, but I like using Y more in battles.
I think when you look at Mega Pokemon, I believe there's supposed to be extensions of the design of the original Pokemon. Like, oh yeah, we powered this guy up, right? We shoved a bunch of infinity energy inside this Pokemon, and it became a more enhanced version of itself. And I really, really think that Charizard X was purely fan service.
And that's okay, because it looks really cool.
It's purely fan service.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Like it was pure. It's
100% fan service, but
okay. So are we just changing the whole thing to like Mega Charizard X, and we're just gonna put that in the top?
Sure.
Okay.
Or Y. I don't care. You can put Y there. I'm fine.
I like
with Y.
I like Y better because I think it's a more natural extension of Charizard, and it's
if
not
y'all
just
think
fan
Y
service.
is better than X, I'll let Y go up.
Like, I think one of them deserves to be there. I don't care which one.
Probably should.
Okay.
Charizard Y is like the best Sunsetter outside of maybe
Yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
Primal Groudon, but you know.
Yeah. I think Charizard Y just looks like a more natural Mega Charizard.
It does look like a Charizard. Yes.
Yeah. I do remember when they announced Mega Charizard, or Megas in general, they announced like the Kanto starters got them. And Mega Charizard Y is the one they used for that initial announcement, which was really cool. And then the way they announced Mega Charizard X was through the Pokemon Origins anime shorts, or not shorts, but like the 2 hours of Pokemon Origins. Because they had Red Mega Evolve as Charizard, and then Mega Evolved into Mega Charizard X instead of Mega Charizard Y. I just really dislike Charizard X because it's just fan service. I think the design is cool. I should say that. I think the design is cool. Also, it's like part of my brand did not like Charizard. So
yeah, and that's fair. I understand.
I mean, you could argue for Venusaur on this list too, because I think Venusaur.
I think Venusaur is very good, but I'm gonna put Charizard because I think we'll get less hate on the internet for that.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're already trying to keep off, it's like you can't keep off Lucario, you can't keep off a Charizard. Like there's certain things we're gonna have deal with the fact that these are
poor Blastoise gets shafted here.
Sorry.
I mean that's just how it is with him in general. Like
Poor Blastoise. It's
I mean,
so
maybe he'll be
good.
good when he gets
Like,
Full Smash. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I will say it is better with, I will say, Shell Smash and Terrain Pulse make Blastoise interesting
great.
now.
Okay, so
I'll give it that.
I get a bottom now, right? I get a bottom.
Yes, you do. You do.
Yes.
I don't know if you're going to agree. Well, actually, I'm going to do an easy one just to make it easy on us. So after that Charizard fiasco.
I mean, feel free to make it hard. I don't care. This is
Mega
all fun.
Garchomp. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Mega Garchomp is the only Mega that got worse.
There's two that you
it got worse.
There's 2 or 3 that you could argue are worse, but I think for sure
Like
Garchomp
competitively,
is clearly better. I mean, I'm speaking competitively here. That
competitively, Charizard or Garchomp got worse when it Mega Evolved.
Imagine distributing an extra 100 points wrong.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
To the point where you make it well. So like the one thing that made Garchomp,
to the point where you take away its speed, which is what its selling point was.
That's what it was. Yeah. So for a little bit of like Pokemon competitive history for those of you at home, Garchomp got banned from OU, which is the main singles format, back in Gen 4. Bingo card, I guess. And back in Gen 4 got banned because it has this very specific speed tier, which got it banned because it has base 102 speed. And it's just enough to outspeed a lot of things in the meta. And so Garchomp got banned. And then when they Mega Evolved it, they dropped its speed by 10 points, pretty much just ruining Garchomp.
It really did. Like it's still like neat. Like it had like the fact it gets Scale Shot now. Maybe it could be good. Kind of tempers it more than it used to, because the fact is you have a stupid attack stat that you could just immediately click Scale Shot and just win. It's just, it's Moxie sweeping, but instead speed, and just by clicking that. The issue is you're relying on Scale Shot to hit, multiple times, albeit you need it like 3, maybe, instead of like 5. But again, also as well, you lose the item, and Garchomp is very good as a defensive Pokemon, just as much as offensively. It's got just the right good bulk stats to really carry it. So Rocky Helmet Rough Skin is abysmal to play against. Abysmal.
All right. Well, Shark, we've come back to you. I put Garchomp there. Garchomp's there. We're done. Garchomp's there.
Garchomp.
I will say one good thing about Garchomp. One good thing.
Yeah.
It fixed the shiny that was awful.
That's fair.
Yes.
That's true.
It did do that.
That doesn't say.
I love the anime. Oh, I was like, I love the anime when Cynthia Mega Evolves it with her like badass like lipstick. Like that was really cool. Like that scene was really cool in the final world tournament that they did. That was really awesome. Looks cool, but no.
All right. What do you got for us, Shark?
All right. One of my tops that I have here queued up that I think this time we agree. We'll find out. Mega Mawile.
That's pretty good.
That's good. I mean,
it's pretty good.
There's one that I want on the top, but we have time. But I think Mega Mawile.
We have a lot of time. I am fine. We're definitely. I feel like we're gonna be a lot of tops. We might have to flip around.
I think Mega Mawile's fine though, because it like transformed Mawile, right? Mawile used to be a poopy Pokemon, and it made it really good. Actually, it got banned to Ubers at the time. Like,
yep, it's very good. Huge power with its stupid attack stat. Made a Pokemon that was not great to super good. It's got amazing typing still. It's got amazing stabs.
I don't disagree with you.
Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, all the good stuff.
Not to take us like too far off the topic of Pokemon, of like Mega Pokemon rankings, but Legends EA has me thinking a lot, and I don't know how this is going to work out. But in Legends EA, if it's like Legends Arceus and there's no abilities, are the Pokemon going to be that, like, what happens to Mega Mawile? What happens to Kangaskhan? What happens to like a number of these guys?
We've had this before with Let's Go. And the answer is nothing exciting.
Well, Let's Go didn't have all of them either, because it was like Mega Charizard, and it was like, it was just the Kanto ones. I guess Kangaskhan's there, but meh.
It saved Beedrill. Beedrill got all it needed. Adaptability is just like icing on the cake. It was still fine.
Yeah.
It might have been one of the better ones. Like next to Alakazam. Alakazam's like, oh, we only care about stats here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, the Mewtwo's too. I mean, both Mewtwo's would technically like don't mind the Megas. Like just the Megas no abilities. They're
Insomnia is not really an ability on Mewtwo.
Insomnia and Steadfast.
Yeah, you're doing okay, but you're
doing fine. Yeah, exactly. Just what I think. But here's my thought. You guys are thinking, let's go. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about Legends Arceus, where there is a Pokemon with an ability, and that is Regigigas.
Yeah, because it
doesn't have an ability, but it still has slow start.
Yeah,
it still has slow start and a game without competitive. That's how much they hate it.
They
poor Regigigas.
That's how much they hate it.
All right.
So my thought is more likely they just put weight some stats into Mega Mawile and Mega Medicham or something to help offset it, or they'll do something behind the scenes. Who knows? They can do whatever they want. They got champions now to actually deal with the competitive part.
Yeah, they don't have to think about it.
Exactly.
All right. But Shark, we do have one more spot for the bottom.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Oh,
if you say Mega Blaziken, so help me God.
Don't worry, Blaziken is a borderline top. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Sigma.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said it was boring.
Sigma.
Because it's the same Pokemon. It's still a speed boost Blaziken. It's still a mixed attacking speed boosting Blaziken. That's the same thing as a Blaziken. Metacham's the same way. Same ability, same stat spread.
I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with the electric Pokemon with more hair. And it technically could be either of these two.
Okay, I feel good about that one.
One of those should be in the top, but that's
we're not talking Fabian. We're not talking Fabian, right? We're talking Manectric.
Okay. I was literally flip-flopping. I was flip-flopping between the two.
Oh wait, am I wrong?
I love that.
I legitimately had been flip-flopping. I personally have been flip-flopping between the two. Which one is worse?
I love Mega Manectric. It's so cool.
Yeah. Wait, hold on now. Wait.
Sigma,
which one's worse now, guys? I think you two are disagreement. Oh no.
We definitely disagree. The two of us disagree.
You all two disagree. Interesting.
It's like I love Manectric. He's so cool. He's fast.
My electric megas are a spectrum, okay? And then one end we have Mega Manectric, and the other we have Mega Ampharos. And Mega Manectric is better or worse than Mega Ampharos because Ampharos is cool. It's Gen 2.
TCG Mega 2.
It has care so about the TCG Megas? I wasn't playing TCG when there were Megas.
It's so cool.
You get Intimidate with the fast boy that can kind of do things, but you get the Dragon.
I just think it looks ugly.
Ampharos.
I just think it looks ugly, the Mega Manectric.
I think he's a giant lightning bolt, which means you can call him Bolt like the Disney character.
You mean Bolthund, the Pokemon that we already have?
No one likes that guy. Everyone likes the Emperor. Bolthund.
That's true. Why did the Corgi evolve into it? Why did the Yorkie evolve into like a terrier? What happened?
I see people who love Yamper all the time. No one ever talks about Bolton.
No one ever talks about Bolton.
Okay, I wouldn't be against putting Manectric in the top because I think it's fine. I have no issue with it.
I'm not arguing for the top either. I'm just saying it's not a bottom. He's nominating for a bottom.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where we are.
I'm weighing the arguments now because I legitimately have been flip-flopping them just back and forth here, trying to figure out which one because they both are basically same Pokemon, more hair, slight improvements. Not really much.
I think there's a better option for bottom anyway that we just haven't gotten to, but that's just me.
There's a few. I'm going to put Manectric down here for now of the two. I think I'll go ahead and go with that one. But Ampharos
I'm not going to agree.
No, I like.
If y'all want to pull it back up, that's fine.
All right.
I like both of the electric types. I don't love them, but I like them.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sigma, we need a top and a bottom from you.
All right. Top. Let's go with the Pokemon that has actually inspired another Pokemon to be designed.
Okay.
And it's actually a very good Pokemon with a really, despite the fact that I don't think Super gotten way. Let's talk about Mega Salamence, aka Rolling Moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I only don't want to because I think Mega Metagross belongs up there instead. But
I think both could arguably
both
be
are
up
very
there.
good.
You really
And
want
yeah,
could
I was going to
argue
nominate
for either
Mega
of them.
Metagross next. I think both of them could be up
Yeah.
there.
They are both incredibly
They're
good.
both
They are-
they're both very good. I will say, because I will pull this up. Let me pull this up here because I was looking at like
I'm a sucker
Jin's-
for a Pokemon that has Intimidate on their base form. Mega, since it's like different.
Oh yeah, there's not that many of those.
There aren't, but it's a really cool thing to have because going in with an Intimidate and then gives you essentially a defense, and then
Yeah,
you
a
get
defense boost. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? It's interesting if you look at Gen 6 Uber stats nowadays that are still playing it. If you obviously we're not counting primals, but the number one mega Pokemon in Gen 6 Ubers is Mega
it's Salamence. It's Mega
I can believe it.
It is
Arrow-
clear.
one.
It's better than Mega Gengar. It is better than
Flying
Mega
Stab-
Kangaskhan and all the rest of the megas.
Flying Stab is really good, and usually I'd be against putting Aerolate on a Pokemon that has that typing already. However, Flying type moves are really hard to come. Like having a good Flying type move was back in the day, and it's got the stats to be a mixed attacker. It was really good in legendary metas.
It was just too good. It was too good.
It might have been.
Yeah.
The weird thing was it was better in legendary.
Yeah. Okay,
regular metas.
Sigma, who's your bottom nomination?
Audino. World champion Audino.
Cool. We agree.
Hold on.
We agree.
Interesting. I disagree. I to be
It
fair,
has
I was
such a
biased by
useless
media.
ability.
I was biased by media. I saw the something positive video recently just to kind of get myself in the groove for megas, and I love the scene with it, Mega Audino.
No.
No.
You know what?
Time to
You know what's better than Mega Audino? Either of the Indeedis.
Yeah.
But the thing is still tanky though. It's still normal fairy is still very hard.
Imagine not having an ability
Wait.
because your ability is healing. Like,
Yeah.
it's sad that Triage came out like the generation after this because that would have been the ability.
That would have been a better ability.
But the trading card game is so good in there.
No, it ruined my good friend Greninja.
Oh, I
Came
miss
and beat it up
Greninja
in
Break was
Worlds,
so
and
good.
We don't let this happen.
Greninja Break was such a good
for
deck.
one tournament. It was a deck that was good for one tournament, and it was only because it was beating up Joltix and Greninjas, the two decks I played.
Dude, I miss Greninja Break. Greninja Break was such a good deck.
Greninja Break, so good. Love
Yeah.
that deck.
That was such a good deck.
Same with Night March. Night March is good too.
Yeah. If you
Night
wanted the bottom,
March
I'll
has
let
just
Bill
inspired
have
like
it.
a whole archetype of decks.
There have been like 3 Night Marches since then, and I haven't played them, but I love Night March originally.
I played Budget Night March, which is saying something back in the day. I played what was it called? Bees.
Oh,
was
bees
playing-
are so Flareon bees.
I was playing
Flareon.
Bees. I was playing Zebstrika Bees because I couldn't afford the Flareon. So it was certainly something. But okay, so we got our bottom 5 then. We've got a top.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
And I think it circles back to me, the top. I did want to say Mega Metagross because I think it's really cool, and I think it was like a very defining
It is
Mega.
It is very
But-
cool. It helped Metagross so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna offer an alternative real quick because I do like Mega Metagross, but I do think I usually don't like putting legendaries on these things, because I think we sometimes overhype, or I mean the Pokemon community
I hope you're
overhypes.
going towards one of these legendaries and not the
There's 4
Yes.
legendaries on the list that we got, right? Am I
well, one of them is well, 2 of them are at the bottom already.
Yes.
Sorry, you're right. I forgot you way down there. Hello there. Okay, there's
Hello,
4
hello,
left.
laddies. Hello, laddies.
I
And
didn't
there's
see
another
you
2
there.
that if we're nominated for the bottom,
The one I'm going with is Mega Rayquaza because I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
fine.
cool. I think
It
it's
is
just
really
cool.
It's the cheat code. It gets to have an item too.
Yeah.
It's very broken. Very.
I don't disagree. It's really
but
cool.
it's such a
Good
cool
shiny
Pokemon. It's
a
such
really
a good
design
Pokemon.
for Rayquaza too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great modern design.
It was so good, and it was so thematic, and I love the design. And I mean, it's obviously a good Pokemon as well. But I just think it's like you can't talk about Megas without Mega Rayquaza. Like we were talking about speculation last week, and Seth came up with this great idea to get Mega Rayquaza into ZA naturally, which I'm kind of all for. So I'm kind of hoping that's the way it goes. And I mean, I love Mega Rayquaza. I just love it so much. And we just had that whole like arc in the anime with the shiny one. Rayquaza, like we used to have Pokemon that were just monsters and we didn't understand them entirely. And now every Pokemon that's a legendary has like a 10-page backstory. And I just miss the days of simpler Pokemon.
That's not
right?
true.
Yeah.
Our legends these days like sandwiches, and that's their whole personality.
I don't like it. I don't like it. But Rayquaza, and I mean, I think they did really good justice to Dialga and Palkia with Legends Arceus. And even Reshiram and Zekrom, I love their not lore, right? That we don't get filled in. Like we need Legends Unova so bad.
Yeah, we do.
We need that so bad.
But competitively, when your mechanic is to make your Pokemon better, with this evolution, and you're so competitively strong to get your own tier, you deserve to be on the top 5 at the very least. This Pokemon is busted. It formed a tier. Anything goes in our competitive singles.
It was also really cool in TCG. Shout out to the Mega Rayquaza deck.
It was. Also those cards are still like worth a lot of money. But yeah,
because of Rayquaza, they're not quite Umbreon expensive, but Rayquaza's popular.
Yeah, they're like $200 or something. It's insane. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up for everybody at home. Our top 5 list is Mega Beedrill, Mega Charizard Y. So you could say X, I guess. He shouldn't be there, but it's fine. Mega Mawile, Mega Salamence, and Mega Rayquaza. Our bottom 5 are the Lotties. The Mega Lotties is 1 because they're awful and they look the same. And then you've got
they look the same, so they're the same number.
Yeah, Mega Abomasnow, Mega Glalie, Mega Garchomp, and Mega Audino. Of course, you can have different opinions on us, so email us or leave us a comment. Email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment wherever you're listening to the show. We would love to hear from you guys. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to kick us on over to our PokeOpinion. We will catch you on the flip-flop. Welcome to Puckle's PokeOpinion, where I ask a question and these guys have to talk with me about it. So the question I have for you guys this week, I think this is really fun, and it kind of ties into the topic a little bit. We've seen throughout the years, not in like a way that we could customize it. I hope we can customize an NZA, but throughout the years in Pokemon media, Megastones, like the Keystones, we get to see the trainers have them in like very cool ways. Like Maxie has them in the glasses.
Yeah, that's a really cool one.
And like
Steven's pin. I think
Steven's pin. Yeah. Like we were talking about earlier with Cynthia in the anime having like the lipstick. What if you could have like a custom thing to have your Megastone in, what would it be? That is my question. I think that's a good one, right? Like that's a good one. And I kind of hope in ZA they actually do let us just customize that part of your character. I think that'd be a fun like little customization gimmick to do. Like, oh hey, I can have a pen and you click the pen and that's your Mega Stone. I don't know. I mean, personally for me, I would just like to have some kind of necklace, or I mean, you had Zinnia's anklet, which was really cool. I was going to
say Zinnia's anklet was kind of my favorite, probably.
That was pretty cool. Zinnia's anklet was very cool. I hope we get to see Zinnia in this game. Maybe we'll find out. But I do really like, I do really like that one. I think personally,
Lorna's glove is neat too.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah,
I think that's what I would do. I think I would do a glove instead of like a bracelet. Like the bracelet's really bulky.
I think a
'Cause to
glove is
me-
more reasonable.
Yeah.
I think a glove is kind of where I'm kind of ish at. Just trying to just a standard, something standard like that. Because it just generally, I just want to be able to just like pull it out and just be able I want to like use my arms to really like really force it through. Like I almost like I keep like jokingly thinking of like a dual disc from Yu-Gi-Oh, just like sling one out, just boom, Mega Stone, and then just do something like that. But,
oh, you should just have a dual
but I
disc.
don't
There you
think-
go. Just a dual disc. And then your Mega's Mega Gallade. And you're done.
Exactly. Yeah, see, it works. Yeah. But I just like, I would have just bring it out. It's just like with the motion, just like a motion where there's like,
yeah.
I don't know, like under a cape, like sword in a sheath or something like that. I'm trying to think it through.
Oh, a sword in a sheath be really cool. Oh my gosh, that's actually the coolest
just
idea.
have it imbued into the hilt, like at the base of the hilt would be really cool.
Or a belt buckle. A belt buckle would be really cool.
That would work. Yeah.
That could actually be really
like a belt buckle. It's got to be really big and gaudy, but it's a belt buckle.
It has to be big and gaudy, and that's why it's almost like a champion, like Crasher Wake. Crasher Wake could pull it off.
Yeah. Ooh, I would also be okay with like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of having like a hidden Mega Keystone is like my personal flair. Like if I were a trainer in the Pokemon world, right? Which is not a realistic thing for me to believe, but
I think a ring would be fine too.
A ring would be okay. Yeah.
Essentially a class ring kind of thing.
Yeah, that's like, I think Steven has that one, right? Is it?
No, he has a pin.
I know someone has
he has a pin.
ring.
He has a pin. I don't know. Elaine had a ring.
I've seen a ring.
Elaine had one in the anime. He had a ring. So that's interesting. Or no, his ring is just the Mega. Oh, they called the bracelet a ring. Never mind. My apologies. I don't know, like the idea of like a locket. The idea of like a locket or something where like I could be wearing it and you don't know there's a Mega Keystone there.
Wally had a pendant like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want, because then people don't know you have it, right? And then you Mega Evolve something from there.
I mean, that's the benefit of like an anklet that's not as crazy as Zinnia's.
Yes, a not as crazy Zinnia's anklet would be very good.
Zinnia's anklet is like a giant spiral that goes way off your leg, so it's like
it's definitely a very I don't know. I just think that the Mega Ring is just very gaudy. The Mega Ring is just very gaudy.
Yeah,
it's too bulky for what it is.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I just do not like it. But
apparently Misty had a hair tie with it.
Oh, that's I don't have long enough hair for that, but I could see the appeal. The appeal, yeah. Yeah.
Apparently someone had a parasol in the anime.
That's awesome, actually.
I have no clue who this character is.
Lycia has Lycia has a tiara. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Somebody.
Yeah,
a trainer's Mega Turban. Oh, that's not good. A Mega Watch. A watch. That's a good idea, actually. I would do a watch.
Lysander had the Mega Ring. All right.
Yeah, I would do a watch.
I know. I swear someone had it. I just was trying to figure out. Someone had a ring, because I swear I swear even there's maybe someone else. Let me just
Trevor had his camera habit.
Okay, nobody likes that. Everybody hated that. Sawyer had a Mega Bookmark.
Yup.
Okay, that's a choice.
That could be interesting with certain characters. I could see it working really well.
Yeah, that's a choice.
You could just like, if it's the type of person that just like pulls the book out from their, from their coat and just like boop boop.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of I like the idea of just having the like a watch or something nonchalant.
Yeah, a ring makes sense.
Yeah.
Glove is fine. There's no issue with the glove.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just end us there. We know what we want. Tell us what you would want your Mega Stone in if you don't want to tell us what your top and bottom 5 megas are. I don't
doubt
know.
people exist that would say that, but
I don't know what world we get an email for one and not the other. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know if you exist, person.
If you exist, please let us know.
Person who doesn't care about megas but cares about megastones.
Yeah, exactly. We are going to go ahead though, and we're going to kick it on over to our mailbag where we're going to read some of the emails from you guys. So we will catch you guys over at the mailbag. Welcome to our mailbag. The mailbag is the part of the show where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts on last week's topic. Last week we talked about Pokemon ZA speculation. We also talked about our favorite TCG card that got us back into the TCG because 3 of us on the show last week were all TCG guys at different times. So that was really fun to get into. But yeah, you guys let us know. And we've got a few emails to read. Sorry we can't get to everybody. There were, even though it's only Wednesday, it's been a lot of emails. So thank you for that. And I'm sure people are going to send them in anyway because they didn't realize we recorded on Wednesday this week. So I look forward to more of those. But yes, this is the part of the show where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com. And as always, this segment is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves.
And as always, if you spark conversation or something, we'll give you the Green Tauros badge. With that, though, let's dive into it. Our first email this week is going to come to us from, I believe, Cloud. Hello, Puckle fellows. I like Pokemon cards. Okay, now that I'm part of that, I actually wanted to talk about Legends ZA and a little bit of TCG. First of all, I was off on my starter predictions. I thought we would get Snivy, Piplup, and Score Money, but I guess we might still get 2 sets of starters. I think that's possible to get Mega Evolutions for the OG starters, along with the actual Z to A regional / Mega Evolutions. Oh, that's absolutely happening. There's no doubt in my mind.
I would be shocked if we don't get a Mega Greninja, and that's why we got rid of Ash Greninja model.
Ash Greninja model will be Mega Greninja. Like I feel really bad that that's probably the case, but it probably
I don't
will
think
happen.
they're gonna model it after Ash. I think actually
they might change the design a little bit, but like I still think it's gonna be very similar, if anything.
Maybe we'll see.
But yeah. I think it's possible to get Mega Evolutions for the OG starters along with the actual ZA blah, blah, blah. Now I have a theory, and this is just speculation, but I think my favorite Pokemon, Chandelure, will get a Mega Evolution.
It is a popular one, and it is a Unova one, which didn't get many Megas. Actually, there was one. It was bad. We don't talk about it.
I know it's a stretch, but it could be an easy Mega, and they openly showed it off in the trailer and the map art. Maybe. We could see. One of the reasons I'm hoping for it is so I can use Mega Chandelure to EX in the TCG side of things. Okay, I like Thatch's idea of Zygarde being artificial, but maybe, and hear me out, Zygarde, Xerneas, and Yveltal are byproducts of the ultimate weapon. With Yveltal doomed to end all life every 1,000 years, maybe. Like the comet from Adventure Time. I'm too old to get that reference. I also think it would be cool / ridiculous if they didn't tell us about a catacomb / sewer area and either let the community find it or have one of the characters casually tell you about it. I think it'll be there and it'll be a part of the game. They're just not going to show it right away. They will, maybe like the next time. They still have stuff like in their promo bin, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of them.
I mean, their promo goes for what? Usually 3 months that they go heavy on it, right?
They go really heavy on it for about 3 months.
3 to 4 months.
Yeah, so. I expect us to, honestly, we might get something at the end of April, early May. But
that's
if not,
we'll get the release date. Probably.
Yes. Yeah, I think we'll get something around end of April, early May. If not, we'll get it early June, like early to mid June. And that's when we'll get the release date, and it'll be like August, September timeframe. In my opinion.
It's and then they either go the SV strategy of hitting it pretty hard for that month, or they'll go PLA where it's still fairly quiet up until release, and then they just spam you right on release with all these silly cute trailers.
Yeah. Like, hey guy, hey, thanks for arresting that bad guy. Maybe you should check out the sewer / catacombs, since you're so brave. I love that dialogue. Now I'll probably wait until we know the secondary type of the starters before I get Legend CA. But I kind of want a Fire Ghost Embor. That's a cook / baker and died in a kitchen accident. Ooh, That last part's a little much.
Well, that one's a little dark, but also, yes, we need a third fire ghost in a row.
And it has to be Embor. And it has to be
destiny.
Embor. Yeah.
God, Embor would be not a hit. Poor Embor.
Yeah. But it's probably going to be an evil chef with a knife and the fire steel typing. Dude, fire steel would be awesome. Oh, and maybe an executor or executor for alligator with fighting. I would be okay with the water fighting for alligator. And Meganium will probably be fairy because of that gimmick they started doing with starters in Gen 9. What gimmick? What gimmick did they do with this
gimmick is? But
I don't know.
I agree with the fairy type.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Where secondary typing is super effective against the one that it originally wasn't very effective against. The only example being Meowscarada with Grass Dark, Skeledirge, Fire Ghost. Chandelure does it better. And Quaquaval with water fighting. Well, depending on when you are reading this, you have anywhere from 2 to 0 more emails to read. So I'll let you guys get to those. Thanks for the amazing podcast and best wishes, Cloud. Well, you're right about that.
We were going back to the TCG in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we never went back. Other than, I guess, they wanted to play Mega Chandelure.
Mega Chandelure, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, our next email today is going to be, I believe, from Sleeve. So let me go ahead and grab that for us.
All right. I got it.
Yep. 1 second, and you're good to go, Sigma.
All right. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all keeping well and enjoying the run up to the hotly. Another hotly anticipated Pokemon. Firstly, I like Pokemon cards to look at, not to play. Not really a card game person. Fair. Very fair. Now that's out of the way, I want to ignore the mailbag entirely and say that you guys talking about the badge has inspired me to finally try out a mystery dungeon. A friend let me Super Mystery Dungeon about 5 years ago, but I couldn't get into it. So I assumed these games just weren't for me. Last week I picked up Blue Rescue Team on DS and I am loving it. Most importantly, I am a Charmander, which was a complete surprise.
I'm so sorry. There's so many better Pokemon in that game you could have been. Like all of them.
That's not true. Skitty's there.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Okay. Super Mystery?
No, this is Blue.
No. This is Blue.
Oh,
this is Blue Rescue Team.
Yeah, Skitty's there.
No, you're right. Never mind. Meowth is fine. Meowth is fine.
All right. I was expecting something more grass typey or bug shaped, but Hardy Charmander is what the game decided I was, together with Viney, short for Vincent, the Bulbasaur. I am just about to go and challenge this grumpy Zapdos. Wish me luck. I think after this, I might try some of the other spin-offs. I've missed out on like Pokemon Ranger.
Oh,
it's
Pokemon
okay. It's okay.
I would not play the first one.
Yeah, they improve. I liked Guardian Signs. Guardian Signs was
the first one's really rough because they you have to do everything continuously without breaking, and it gets kind of rough.
Yeah, there's a bunch of skill checks and like the ability to use Pokemon to help you catch in later games. So
yeah, you will get carpal tunnel if you are over the age of 30 playing Pokemon Ranger.
Everyone's asking for more Ranger, and I just don't understand why.
You'd have to do it in a different way. I don't mind the world and the concept of using the top. The gameplay has to be different.
It feels like an adventure game, right?
Yeah, the game just has to be different. Yeah, the game just has to be different. That's all. Like the gameplay.
All right. Now, putting on my tinfoil hat, it's prediction conspiracy time. My girlfriend and I tried to predict the starters back when the game was first announced, and she actually guessed all 3 starters correctly.
Wow. Okay. She's correct.
That is really good because
she did the Terra
would
Leak.
expect 2 from the same one. No one expected
Sleeves
would
girlfriend.
have expected 2 Johto and Tepig.
Yeah.
Somehow You made the Johto trio worse while also making me like Tepig more than the other two. But that's beside the point. That's on me. Anyway, all three starters correctly. So I now believe she is an oracle and knows everything about these upcoming games.
I believe
Her predictions for the secondary type of the final evolved form, if regional evolution, or megas if not, are Meganium, Dragon, or Fairy. Fairy seems like an obvious choice, but it doesn't feel too wild to think that a dinosaur-shaped plant be a dragon type. Fair.
That's fair.
Embor, ground, or steel. Both could be fun.
Yes.
A ground type pig makes a lot of sense, and Tepig's design could easily lend itself to a steel type element. Also, these type combos are pretty rare, so there's still space for more. For alligator, ice or steel. For alligator as it exists in Johto, already looks kind of steely.
I agree.
With the rectangular patches on its arms and the big red spines. So it wouldn't be a huge stretch to make that type combo. Or, in the case of a total redesign for the Pokemon, Polar Alligator would be pretty cool. I mean, its other move was Ice Punch in Johto.
It was its other move. It got Earthquake.
Eventually.
It got Earthquake.
You didn't get it going through the game.
It got Earthquake. It got Earthquake.
Yeah,
okay.
when you got the TM. Where's the TM at?
It got Earthquake.
You were going through Johto with Ice
and Crunch. It got Crunch.
It did, didn't it?
It got Crunch.
Anyway.
It got moves. Okay. The deck's top tier in Japan now. Okay.
Yeah. Don't make fun of the poor. Finally,
don't hurt him.
I know I'm late to the party, but I just want to say that I'm loving the video format. The visuals are great and really add listening and viewing. You've really put together a very polished production.
Oh,
Thanks
thank you
for the great content. Peace and love, Sleeve.
I promise I didn't include this in the emails because of that.
It's okay. I didn't read it beforehand either and know it was the badge bonanza, so it's all good.
It's fine. We just like Sleeve.
We were all caught off guard.
Mm-hmm. All right. So our last email today is going to be from Gigasaurus Games, and we want to get ahead and do that. So, Shark, you've got this one.
All right. Hello, Puckle crew. Since lore speculation is always fun, I decided to throw in my 2 molten pennies into the pot and see what boils to the top as well. While I really like the speculation about Zygarde being man-made this week, my opinion is that it is more likely that its hexagonal aesthetic is themed after a very natural beehive, and a smooth counterpart would be an artificial one being created by Quasartico, is what I would have said if I hadn't taken a second look at the logo.
Yeah, exactly. The logo
However,
looks all viney.
I noticed that the A had some curved bush-like patterning to it, which makes it more likely, in my mind, that the new A-themed nature guarding would be introduced to match a more digital Zygarde.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's even I wonder if it's even a Pokemon, and it's not like the A is just not there to represent AZ, but also to represent just represent that Lumio City is going through this transformation where they're like letting it overrun with wildlife.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true.
I wonder if all of us are looking too much into it.
I mean, if you really want to go way out there, it's Z to A, which means if going from A to Z is progressing, is the end of the game going to be like Lumios and Ruins? Who knows?
Or is it even like, or is it having to do with trying to go back to the beginning? I saw some good theories in like YouTube comments and maybe some of these other emails where AZ might be trying to turn the clock back. And he might be trying to undo his wrong in some way. And maybe he's the ultimate bad guy at the end of the day.
That could be. And
yeah,
you're not wrong. And I mean, it could be that, going Z to A, this is an urban redevelopment project.
Mm-hmm.
What is a lot of the new urban development do is actually going back to nature. So it could be Z to A.
Yeah.
Or the Arceus again, but that would be boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything goes back to Arceus.
Everything returns to Arceus.
Yeah.
It's not exciting, but it could be.
Yeah.
Green Arceus is coming.
Yeah. I do think it's quite likely that Quasartico is in some way working on a new ultimate weapon, or at least technology based on it. Quasars, which the name is definitely based on, looking at the other languages, are extremely bright stellar objects, which are usually depicted in art as shooting beams of light or ionized particles. Since the ultimate weapon also fires off beams, I think Quasartico is also trying to create a giant beam to be true to their name. This theory also makes sense and has no holes in it at all. Though in all seriousness, I also imagine that the new weapon would also be the easiest explanation for introducing new megastones, such as the one for ZA and Kalos starters.
I think an explanation for new megastones is very easy. We just haven't found them yet. Like, that's the answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how the Oraz one works. We just hadn't found them yet. And there's also you can explain that Mega Evolution existed for a very long time before the ultimate weapon even fired, based on like Rayquaza just having one and having used it before.
Existing.
Man, I don't know.
It's really
no. No,
I mean,
Roaring Moon is not evidence for ancient Mega Evolutions. No. Don't agree. Continue.
As for the TCG, I think my opinions are fairly well known. The art is often very nice, and I think it has some interesting mechanics, though even if the business game feels like teaching children to gamble.
A little bit.
As always, thank you for all of the great work you do every week, and I hope you all have a very good weekend with absolutely no ultimate weapons destroying your neighborhoods.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Gigasaurus. And if you guys want to email us next week, let us know what your top and bottom 5 megas are, or where you like to wear your megastone. Additionally, Green Taurus badge, I think, should go to Cloud, even though Cloud says they do not have a Discord account. They can.
I was going to say they're not on the Discord.
Yeah.
They can still receive it. I think they can still receive it.
Okay,
yeah, you can receive one.
Yeah, I was going to say I have no.
Throw it to airmail.
You don't have to be in the Discord to get it. Like, you can just get it. Wear that as a badge of honor. Though I don't know your address, so I can't send you one. So
you probably still have them.
I have so many of them. Yeah. I have so many of those. I have so many just like puckle pins. I have a lot of pins. I have so many badges left. Oh my gosh. Okay. But anyway, if you want to hang out with us throughout the week and maybe do the badge bonanza, you can check us out at our Discord, puclpodcast.com. That website, once again, for everybody who asks me in DMs on social media, is pucldiscord.com. Additionally, you can always subscribe to our newsletter in the show notes down below. Finally, you can also go ahead and check out our social media at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Finally, you can always check out our streams at twitch.tv/thepuclpodcast. Claude's going to be streaming his Mystery Dungeon playthrough on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the rest of the month, so that's really exciting. You can also check out us on YouTube at youtube.com/puclpodcast, unless you're already there, in which case you should subscribe because you've made it to the end. Yay! Please subscribe and like. Yeah, we really appreciate anybody that does that. Thank you for that. And then, of course, if you would like to hang out with us even more and maybe help support the show, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/puclpodcast, as well as our go to Trollandtoad at trollandtoad.com and use code PucklePod5 at checkout for a chance to get a 5% discount on any of the cardboard you want to buy.
Get your Archalodons.
Archalodons. I have mine. They're ready. They're ready. They're ready. But with that, guys, I have been Trainer Thatch.
I've been Sharkfinnagen.
And I've been R.Sigma.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.